I'm Irving. You have just entered Cartertopia. I got it. We're at a wax museum. Since the episode is called Phantom of the Roller Coaster, I'm not sure why we need so many establishing shots, and I only showed about half of them. Somewhere in the park, a maintenance guy is trying to work on something, but he keeps hearing unauthorized footsteps.
Look, I'm warning you.
It's the Phantom. Better run, gonna get you. Do you have any idea what you're running from? Elsewhere, Diana is having car trouble. Fortunately, someone just stopped to help.
Car problems, huh?
Nothing seems to be going right today.
Well, today'd be a good day to stay home and knit.
Well, it all depends on what kind of pattern you've bought.
You got help coming?
Yeah, you're it.
No, not that I know of.
Just checking, Miss Prince. You know, it wouldn't do for you to have been followed by one of your co-workers, now would it?
Believe me, no one would suspect that it was me who leaked that confidential file.
You know, it's going to be a pleasure dealing with a double agent who's above reproach.
Diana is deep undercover, posing as a corrupt agent selling secrets. Right now, she's offering a way to unscramble White House phone communications. For some weird reason, she decided to call it Twitter.
Now, we're going to do everything just like we did it before. Only instead of having 1 week to get me the information, you have 2 days.
2 days?
Or no deal.
Well, there's only one person I know of that likes to work that fast.
He's not telling, and no amount of pressing on her part will shake him.
That should do it, lady. You do everything I told you and you'll be all set.
Hey, I think I deserve to know who I'm selling to.
Now, you just be real careful and that baby will take you all, say, 100,000 miles. Yes, sir.
To use my dad's expression, this guy is as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. In case you're wondering, he cut her coil wire when she wasn't looking. That car isn't going anywhere. That can only mean one thing. He's afraid she'll follow him, which she will in just a moment. The guy on the motorcycle parked it near that bell, so maybe he'll let her borrow it. Or she can just take it. I guess in 1979, everybody who rode a motorbike left the key in it when they parked it. Lucky for her. She's also lucky that bike can generate a ramp out of thin air in a nanosecond. Why didn't he ram her when he had the chance? Whether he hurt her or not, it would disable the bike. You realize all he has to do is go like this and you're on your face in the ditch. I have many questions.
How did you do that?
That? Well, you haven't seen anything yet.
He tells her who the buyer is, that he's setting up an operation here in Washington, how he's to contact the buyer, where and when, what the passwords are, and all the rest. And now let's meet the man who wants to buy her information, Harrison Finch.
Harris Finch. Harrison Finch. Right. Thank you. Right. Harrison Finch.
It's spelled F-Y-N-C-H. That spells Finch.
Sorry, I got a mind like a sieve. My secretary says I drink so much of this stuff it just flushes everything right out of my brain. All right, let's see now. You're here to discuss, what is it? Insurance?
I'm here to discuss buying your amusement park, Mr. Gurney.
Leon says it's not for sale at any price. Like so many who worship money, Finch says everything has its price. Leon says, not this place.
My brother and I dreamed about owning a place like this ever since we were little kids in kindergarten. Davy, that's my brother. He thought up practically half the rides in this place. You see that super loop back there? Davy designed that. American history class, our junior year in high school.
David is an engineering genius when it comes to these things. He created the super loop and it put the park on the map.
And perhaps it's David I should be speaking to.
No, David's dead. Missing in action in Vietnam.
Look, what I'm trying to say is, Mr. Finch, is that I have no reason or desire to sell.
Anybody care to guess who the scary mystery guy is?
Please don't misunderstand me. The reason for my visit here today is simply to let you know that, well, should a reason develop for you to want to sell at some time in the future, well, you have a very eager and a very qualified buyer at your beck and call.
He just bugged Leon's office, and you can bet he has plans to manufacture a reason for Leon to sell. Diana is reporting to Steve when Rover delivers a package for her.
Here it is.
A 50-cent piece?
It's a bug. Something our lab boys dreamed up. Thanks to our friend Wonder Woman, I have a little rendezvous with one of Finch's operatives this afternoon. And this will give us a chance to beat Harrison Finch at his own game.
At least until the operative spends the 50 cents and you end up hearing cashier conversation all day. Finch's bug is more likely to stay effective.
But I'm telling you, there's something in this park that shouldn't be here. I saw it. It's real and it's horrible. And it's wrong to keep it a secret.
Gurney is blowing it all off, but Finch is going to find a way to use this against him.
Miss Patrick?
Yeah.
Why, I heard you're taking a bunch of kids to Fun Universe.
That's right.
Well, can I go, please?
Oh, Randy, I could only wangle a limited number of free passes.
Randy is a roller coaster nut and he's never been to Fun Universe. He's pretty persuasive and wrangles his way into going as a chaperone.
Pound cake is stale. Why don't you try the apple pie?
I had the apple pie yesterday.
She says, I know you expected the other guy, but I don't use middlemen.
My boss likes things done his way. Your being here in person isn't part of his plan. So, pleasure.
Excuse me, sir. You have left your change.
She doesn't care if he's interested or not. She got the bug planted on him, so mission accomplished. At the park, one of the kids lost his ride pass because Randy wasn't watching him. Randy gives the boy his pass and goes to look for the wayward one. I doubt you'll find it there. He goes looking for another way out. Instead, he finds the monster. Hello, David. Nice you brought your own music. Steve and Diana are listening to the 50-cent piece as Pierce is reporting to Finch.
I'll tell you something, though. Diana Prince is a heck of a lot better looking in real life than she is in pictures.
Now that he got that out of his system, let's get down to business.
Yeah, I can pick it up. I'm only about 2 miles from there. What kind of bomb is it, and where do I plant it? Fine. But tell me, what is a crazy wheel?
It's a ride at the park. His goal is to sabotage the park enough, put out rumors that the monster at the park is doing it, and people will stop going. That'll force Leon to sell.
Oh, poor Mr. Gurney. He's just discovered a youngster has disappeared from his amusement park. Last night, a monster. Today, a missing orphan. Tomorrow, a terrible accident. It appears that bad luck does run in threes.
They didn't hear that part of the conversation, of course. They can only hear what Pierce says back. Diana says, we don't know where he intends to plant the bomb. He told you? He mentioned the crazy wheel, remember? If you know what that is, you know where he's planting the bomb. Were you too focused on your lunch?
Now, Ira's been theorizing just how Finch might go about setting up a major surveillance operation here in Washington. And according to what we just heard, this is the most likely possibility.
Isn't that Fun Universe amusement park?
It's a perfect cover for him.
For one thing, nobody would suspect such a thing in such a place.
It's a legitimate enterprise, constant crowds, lots of diversions, perfect place for agents to rendezvous and pass information. And since we already know that Finch is particularly fond of microwave telephone conversation.
Yes, that tower would be a perfect place to set up monitoring equipment.
Exactly.
Ira also has some footage of the crazy wheel, so they know where to go to catch Pierce with the goods.
Who's there?
It's the waiter with your food, duh. While he sits down with the tray and starts to figure that maybe whoever that is, he's not a monster after all, Wonder Woman is following Pierce through the park.
He's got a tool case. He's going in as a member of the cleanup crew. I'm following.
Now, wait a minute. You sure you don't need some help? If you lose him, we'll have to tell the park not to open today. Then Finch will know we're onto him.
If she loses him, she knows which ride he's heading for. Just go there. Make sure everything's in place so they don't fly out when you jump. She follows him through the park, both of them doing nothing but moving from point A to point B for well over 2 minutes. One thing I've noticed big time, these later episodes have a lot of padding. In this one alone, you can find a good 10 minutes of unnecessary filler when you add it all up. Once in a while, such a thing is inevitable, but it's become a consistent thing here for the past half-dozen episodes or so. It's too bad because it means the series can end leaving a bad taste in the viewer's mouth. That's not good for syndication. Leave a bad enough taste and nobody will pick you up for reruns. Thankfully, this show had established itself firmly enough in the public's consciousness that that didn't happen. But the writers and directors of these last few episodes sure don't get credit for it. Brilliance Incorporated there left his bomb and everything else because he saw a man with a burned face. Oh, we know who he is. David picks up the bomb and takes off with it before Wonder Woman gets there. You know the bomb is in that toolbox. Why are you just standing there? You're a little slow on the uptake, Wonder Woman, and you're not going to catch him. That's why he has bolt holes to his underground hideaway all over this park. He encounters Randy again.
Please, don't be frightened. It's all right.
You gonna help me get out of here?
I can't let you leave.
I can't let you leave, which means I either kill you or keep you here as a prisoner, but please, don't be afraid. He follows David to a workroom where David starts tinkering with the bomb.
Did you ever ride the Super Loop? If so, in a way, I was there. See, I designed this ride.
We already knew that because Leon told us, but Randy wasn't there for that conversation.
I know it better than anybody up top. I know where it's likely to weaken. They don't. So I keep tabs on it from down here.
He has sensors all over it, measuring structural integrity, stress levels, you name it. His computer there behind him tracks it all and sounds an alarm if something is wrong. Now, there's one flaw in his operation here. We'll see what it is.
My name's Dave. It's not contagious.
What happened to you?
Vietnam.
Need he say more? He went down in a helicopter full of napalm.
I let everyone think the explosion had killed me. You see, my brother owns the amusement park upstairs. Having a face like mine around isn't too good for business. Unless you want to charge $1 a stare.
Randy is starting to realize that this is a brilliant, very nice person. The trouble is, humans are constantly coming up with newer, more creative, and often cruel ways to kill each other, and he got in the way of one of them.
Hi.
Diana, how'd it go?
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. Preferences to order?
She said, the good news is Finch's man is in custody and he didn't plant his bomb. The bad news is the bomb sprouted legs and wandered away somewhere. Steve told her to quit playing so much Mario. Finch is trying to put out a hit on Diana Prince.
I realize she's an IADC agent. I realize that, too. Why do you suppose no one has ever succeeded? No. It's because no one has ever said, get Diana Prince, whatever the cost.
Oh, yes, they have. Many have, in fact. They're all either in prison or hiding out in parts unknown, totally effective. What's your preference? I don't like the looks of this. The car in front of her won't let her pass, and the truck behind her has started ramming her. I think we found whoever Finch was talking to. And that's our cliffhanger for next week. Did she or did she not have time to transform? Or at least get over to the other side of the car and maybe get out? And what about Randy? Well, he and David started working out and stuff, and about a year later, these two mystery guys appeared in the city, going around fighting crime dressed like big rodents of some kind. It was really weird. When it's boiled down, this is the Phantom of the Opera, except Christine's name is Randy. The commentary on how soldiers returning from Vietnam were treated is subtle but strong. Plus, this is easily one of the most complex plots we've had yet. We have David, brilliant but hiding from the world, Leon trying to fulfill the dream of his brother, Randy, an orphan kid who's found himself in a very awkward situation, Finch trying to set up a criminal enterprise and definitely way too full of himself, and that gives us Diana trying to stop Finch from stealing information and selling it to terrorists. Why haven't we had stuff like this since the beginning of the reboot? Why did we wait until the very end to pull out something like this? We've had a few, but not many. In any case, if this is our final number, so far it's a good one. We'll see how it all resolves next time. I'm Irving, and you are now exiting Cartertopia.